Hello and welcome to another Facts and Dimensions tutorial video. In this one, I'm going to show you a new feature we've just added, which enables users to easily search through the entire database right across all of the data within all of the tables immediately. So I'm going to start by demonstrating. We have a huge amount of data in the database. As our users are already aware, there are literally thousands of tables in hundreds and hundreds of schemas. The problem, as we've got bigger and bigger, is that any individual customer is only really aware of the sorts of data that exists in only a subset of the schemas that they're personally familiar with, which is a real shame because often there's a lot of data that's in some of the other schemas they're not familiar with that might actually help them with whatever project they're stuck on. So here's a classic example. There's the Public Health England data, the fingertips data, an absolutely superb resource of metrics data about public health in England. One of the data sets that you can download is the Public Health Outcomes Framework data. And that comes in one file, which we've loaded into this one table. And here I'm just querying one of the fields in that table, the indicator name. And if I go down that indicator list, you can see that there is a wide variety of metrics in this data set, like inequality life expectancy, low birth weight, percentage of people in employment. I mean, even until I just did this video now, I didn't realize employment was mentioned in here. All sorts, right? Vaccinations. Now, if you didn't know where to look for the data you need to do your work, then you're already stuck, aren't you? What our customers would normally do up till before today is they would query this table, the release details.all available tables, and I'd expect them still to do that, where you can search on the table schema, the table name, the table description, and also, if you want, on the table source notes, which I'll just add in here so you can see that. Now, if I'm looking for anything to do with vaccinations, I would write a query like this. In this particular example, I'm bringing back all the tables where the schema or the table name or the table description has the word vaccination. And it's brought back 84 tables. But if we go down this list, notice how one of the tables that is not there is the Public Health Outcomes Framework, which has lots of vaccination data in there. So we have developed a new simple table which is populated every day, and it is only available in the Snowflake version of Facts and Dimensions. And I'll give you, if you go to the link in the description, you can get free access to this data for 30 days. And anyone who is an existing customer of Facts and Dimensions is already entitled to access to the Snowflake version as well. You don't need to pay extra for that. But you will need to use the Snowflake version to use this, because we needed the power of Snowflake to keep this maintained. And the table is already massive, so we need the power to search it. So here's the table, release details.bad search data, sorry. And I've done where column value is like vac. In fact, let's just make it exactly like the catalog search, vaccination. Let's search for exactly that. Query that now. This is now querying this table, which has one row for every combination of every value in every column of every table of every schema across the whole database, millions upon millions and millions and millions of rows in this table. And rather than you having to search through all the thousands of tables to see what data we have on vaccinations, you can now just search this one table, which will return, in this query I've written here, the list of table names, or view names, but that's views that sit on top of tables, that have a value in them that contain the word vaccination. Now, it's been running about 45 seconds so far, but I am on the extra small warehouse, which is the lowest powered warehouse in Snowflake. Obviously, if you want it to run faster, you can just turn up a little bit. Okay, so this has returned 97 tables that have the word vaccination in one of the column values. And in this one, if you notice, that Public Health Outcomes Framework one is now there. It didn't come up when I was searching the catalogue because the word vaccination isn't in the table name or the description, but it is in one of the indicator names, in one of the indicator descriptions within the table. So that is the conclusion of this video. We have this one table where you can search right across the whole database for any value you want, or combo, or being SQL developers as you guys are, you would obviously write this query in a way that helps. There are different categories in the FAD search table, which I'll show you now. I know I just said I'd conclude the video, but I just thought something else I want to show you. So there we go. Distinct column category. We've categorized every field in all of the report views in the Snowflake database. So you can actually combine your where clause so as to look for example, one of these ones, if I go down the list, it's got things like geography, and you might want to just look for tables that have, say, Suffolk in the geography and also have vaccination in the column value. But you need to play with the table and you'll see what I mean. But fundamentally, every value in every column of every table exists in this table. I'll just show you one more thing before I end, actually. Like top 10, just all the columns in this search table. So we've got the view schema, the name, the column name, the category we've given to the column, the value that's in that column, how many rows have this value in that column, and also the latest date that that value appeared. Okay, that really does conclude the video. So enjoy.